Yes, I clicked the button.
I think you just clicked the button.
Okay.
Just making sure.
All right. So now that we're actually ready to begin, let's start back on the ship for a brief period of time where you guys have a new member, if you will, on board.
Good kid, Mad City.
If you want to think of it that way, sure.
Name's Kendrick, right?
No, this is Jason.
Jason.
Kendrick is our newspaper boy.
The one that knocked out 6 of our men with his pistols.
And he has knife hands.
No, he knocked them out with his fists.
Oh. I thought he said that he
No.
used his pistol
Knocked someone out with
knock them out.
No.
I shot
As in,
them.
like, just back the butt of the
Or hit
pistol.
them. Either
Whatever.
way, he didn't shoot anyone.
No, I was... Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
He didn't harm them lethally.
Yes.
But yes, that guy.
The one we let free because he can help us, or he's not going to hurt us.
Well, they seem to have a very weird idea of how morals work.
Well, you have
Everybody
has
here
a weird
does.
idea.
What? No. Edward has a very normal moral system. He's just not very high on the scale.
He's like, I know this is wrong. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, basically.
For science!
So
Not even that
you could also,
high.
you could also think of it as like there's good and evil, and then like he has a different scale of science, not science.
You're like chaotic neutral, if we're speaking in RPG terms.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So...
So yes, and we kind of closed off that conversation.
because he likes bacon and ham.
Well, we had to feed him. We weren't going to not feed him.
Yeah, but it's just like that's how it ended. Like he's gonna fit just right. Well.
He's gonna fit in well here.
I don't know. I don't trust him.
I think we've determined that. I mean...
He's a shoot sprung off from the greatest evil I know.
Oh no, that's not the issue. The issue is that he seems to think like he's a righteous man, which makes him unpredictable and untrustworthy.
Wait, doesn't
Yes.
it make him very predictable?
No. He'll always do what he thinks is right, and what he thinks is right is based on a weird, messed up moral code I don't understand.
Well, once we understand his moral code, then we'll know exactly what he's going to do.
Right, but we're not at that
think
point.
Guys, I think he told us what he wants to do.
So that makes
But
him
what
really
if his
predictable.
father embraces him and tells him that he loved him all along, and the Hollow Ring is really an organization for saving kittens, and he believes it and turns on us?
Do you really think that's going to happen?
Well, it's an
Not gonna happen.
exaggeration. It's an exaggeration, but if for some reason he thinks that we are a bigger, like,
Evils?
flaw in the moral system, he will attack us.
Okay.
I mean, imagine if I bring up steam zombies and he finds that so abhorrent that
Let's
he's going
not
to...
bring up
He hasn't attacked me yet.
Let's leave that on the side.
But you see my point.
Yes. I mean,
I'm pretty
from
sure.
what I thought, all we have to do is just provide passage for him. Which, is he still going to pay us for that?
No, you stole it from us, remember?
Oh,
Remember I made this point, like...
yes. Okay, so, passage. We let him loose onto the city, and we go our separate ways.
So you're willing to let loose the son of a dangerous man, but a few bombs, that's too much?
Well, he's only going to be targeting 2 people.
That's what he
Dropping a
told
whole-
you.
Dropping a whole bunch of bombs on a city will definitely cause a lot more collateral.
Do you know how much
damage.
money those bombs cost?
Well,
Yes, I make them! My bombs are also targeted.
well, also, if we just pretty much set up in port, we'll probably get a whole lot of bombs real fast.
What?
Bombs are good.
You mean strapped to people.
Yes.
Yeah, but he knows how to remove them.
And when he can't?
Then we throw them overboard.
I'm not particularly fond of either plan.
Yeah, I'm not fond of that.
Jezebel,
But
not fond of throwing someone over a ship.
So
Aside from you.
you would seriously keep someone who's going
Shots
to
fired.
blow up the ship on board.
No.
That's what I
She-
thought.
Anyways, so what do we want to do with him?
Put him in the dungeon, in the brig.
Well,
The-
well, that's pretty much the only place we have
Dungeons
room
off limits.
left.
We have a
So,
dungeon.
There's no dungeon.
There
It's
is
been a
no
long
dungeon.
day.
Uh, you know what? We can just continue it. What's his name? Jose?
Jason.
Wait. Barb,
yes.
didn't he say that he wanted to? He could work with you and not.
Yeah, he said he liked you. Go flirt.
But I already have Devo!
Go to the sexy walk.
Hey,
I don't think
Jason.
anybody taught her that.
Yeah, you wouldn't allow me.
This is true.
As business partners, not
See?
as.
So you have to teach her that first.
Okay. No, we're not teaching Barb the sexy walk. Poor Devo would die.
Out of jealousy or like.
I think it would literally kill him to see it. Like, he just wouldn't know what to do. He would just explode. You'd see an exploding Devo.
Speaking from Helen's point of view, yay explosions!
This is true. However, I don't think we want to have to clean up the mess of exploded Devo.
That's why we have
You all
minions
don't
number.
give Devo enough credit.
We don't. Anyways, doesn't Edward need more steam zombie material?
No, we are not exploding Devo for steam zombie material.
Well, then you're not learning the sexy walk. Problem solved.
I didn't want to learn it anyway.
Anyways, perhaps you can work with Jason without needing to resort to the sexy walk.
Okay.
I don't know, like
Everyone knows Jezebel always resorts to the sexy.
I was talking to Barb.
Yeah.
Barb doesn't.
We all know that Jezebel does refer
Sexy walk.
do
Oh,
that,
okay. Sorry. For some reason that detail.
but
You've been drinking again, Robert?
No, maybe.
having a bit too much fun.
What's her name? Selena?
Catwoman?
Catwoman.
Catwoman?
Thank you.
Anyway, so what are we doing besides arguing about Jason?
I have
or-
no idea.
Jose.
Traveling.
I
to
don't
the-
know.
Yeah,
So we
we're
arrive at the Imperial City.
Okay.
Sure.
Jump cut.
Sure.
Jump cut.
Yes.
Or whatever you call it, capital Pan
Pan Am.
whatever.
And I assume that like this, or like when we were having that conversation, it was a few days away.
A day or two at least.
Yeah, I'd between
approximately
then and
approximately a day and a half.
yeah, between then and now, I'd probably want to spar with Jason a bit.
Yes. Yeah, over that course, he will spar with you, teach you some things, various moves and techniques and such. As you guys approach the capital, he will go ahead and gift you a set of bladed knuckles.
Yes.
Did he get them?
He had them.
He had an extra pair.
Yes.
He
He
just
also
opens
has
up his jacket
pistols.
and just like lined with
Yeah.
bladed
Hey.
knuckles.
I mean, he
You
also
want to
has
buy a knife
pistols.
hand?
So
Want to buy a sundial?
I have a feeling he has resources in this town.
Possibly.
We're not in
Possibly.
the town.
Oh, well. I mean,
We're not in the town.
once we
We're in
get
the
off.
capital.
We're not in anything right now.
Once we board, we dock.
You're on a ship.
By the way, what are
That's a
the
In a
what's
world
the
ownership,
damage on those things?
I'm gonna go with 6, which is 1 less than a full-size sword. This is assuming you're kind of using both at once. They'll take up.
Yeah.
It's basically a two-handed weapon. Treat it as one thing.
We do both for you.
Well, it is pretty much the
Okay. Anybody else doing anything of note on the way there?
Wait, did we, alright, we did the vaccine. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to be trying to analyze it and figure if I can reproduce it. With help from, Organ Leg.
Matthew.
Matthew, the priest. Yes. Yeah. You two work together there in the med bay has the best access to material for that. However, it seems that Dr. Simon took most of what you need with him as part of his research, so you still have access to the standard medicinal things. But as you start to analyze this, which you're able to do to some extent, but you quickly find out that checking what's in stock on ship, you're not going to be able to reproduce it with what's available here.
Oh yeah,
But I can reproduce it.
Yes.
if you have the materials.
It would require some further time and materials.
Oh yeah, he took that root thing
But yeah, it would be doable.
with him. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, is it only a cure or is it an inoculation as well?
He said in his note that it was the cure for stage 1.
Okay.
So
it
exactly
will work
what
on his wife, but it will work on.
For everybody
Family.
else.
it wasn't potent enough for her. Yes, she's very
Stage 3.
advanced. I mean,
No,
if you recall,
she was
she's
talking about my wife.
No.
no his
She's
no,
dead.
Simon's
It
wife.
won't bring her
Simon's
back
wife,
to
who
life.
is still barely alive, having some of her major organs replaced by machinery.
Yeah.
So
Always good.
yeah, that's always nice. Anyways, yeah. As far as if this formula would inoculate someone, you don't know
Okay.
at this point. Granted, how the disease spreads isn't even known, so even if you could inoculate someone, you have no idea if it's effective or not until they die of some other cause, I suppose.
I guess. I mean, you should be able to tell whether symptoms are manifesting.
Right, but you don't know if that's because it's working or they just haven't caught it.
I see.
All right.
No, you just get some people and you. Oh, I guess you couldn't expose them. Just surround them with other sick people and hope that it.
You could do that. That might do something, sure.
Medical ethics coming up now.
What is this word?
This is pirate world. Medical ethics don't exist.
Oh wait, science. It's. I'm going for the more non-science side. Sorry, forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so.
None of the crewmen will volunteer for that. Sorry.
I'm not use crewmen.
That's all you have access to right now.
None of the
Well, yeah, I
minions
don't have
will
access to
volunteer
anyone
for
who-
that.
Get the peons!
But I don't have any access to anyone who's diseased either.
Also, we
Exactly.
need to replenish our
I'd
crew,
obviously have
our
used
crew
spirits.
because we took some hits from that explosion, unfortunately.
Yes,
no.
you did. That sheet also in possession by Abby, so we don't have the exact numbers on us. But yes, your ship is
We're still
rather
fully
damaged.
functioning.
It's still functioning, yes. You are down crew and health of the airship.
Yeah, we've been
I think it's
repairing
just assumed
it.
that whenever we get to port, we kind of patch
Yeah, but
the
you'll
holes.
need to get
Yeah,
materials
okay.
and stuff. As you approach the city, Helen starts to get sick and tells you to go on ahead, at least with visiting Edward's daughter and Devo's sister. She will stay on the ship for about a day or so as it takes. But it's clear that you are not allowed to go after her mother yet without her.
Yeah, let's not cross her eyes.
I don't know, guys. I feel like it might be a really good idea to go after her mother.
It's not.
We have no information about the estate.
Yeah.
So,
We'd be
We are
walking
not
in there
carpet
blind.
bombing her estate because we'll potentially destroy some loot.
I love that that's your rationale.
anyway.
That's why we were going to go to her estate, I thought. We
Yeah.
were going to rob it clean.
I thought it was so that Helen
Well,
could
yes.
show the cure and say, "I hold your life in my hands," and then dramatically drop it so it shatters on the floor.
That too. But while she was doing that, we were robbing the area clean.
Yes, that's why we agreed to go along with her revenge scheme.
Yeah.
Right. I just think it's great that the reason you don't bomb the place is because you might destroy something valuable.
We need
It's
money
not
for
human
Troy.
lives.
People.
We need money for Troy. Just saying. I'm
Sane people aren't valuable.
I know.
Anyway, so
Anyways,
really not.
yes. So, so obviously, you can land somewhere, but this is the Imperial capital, so just anywhere might not do. Where do you head?
I mean, we have fake papers, right?
I assume that someone has connections in the city
I thought
still.
we'd established that.
We have
back
fake
when we
papers that were a
going-
tavern, but I have a feeling that since they kind of were attacking our ship and they admitted to being in cahoots with the Empire probably knows our fake papers.
Should we go to a little suburb then? A little further away from the main
I mean,
capital?
we have to go to the port. If we don't go to the port, they're going to be like, "Hey, why is that airship going to a random place in the city?"
True point. True point.
So, first mate.
Oh.
What do you do?
I vote we go to the shipping warehouse district where they're loading and offloading stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if we have papers that say we're a tavern, shouldn't we go into a more tavern-y?
Well, we can go there and we can be
Well,
like, we're
considering they
offloading cargo.
banned alcohol.
And besides,
No, they banned.
Oh, they banned gambling?
They banned gambling.
They banned gambling.
No,
non-alcohol.
We're a non-alcoholic tavern. All we serve is good old root beer.
besides, who buys more alcohol than sailors?
True point. True point. The workers will need some
Irish people.
to let steam off.
What if they're Irish workers. Irish.
Sure.
Yes. From Scotland.
Not that again.
So,
Ireland.
is the tavern ready to open, Jezebel?
Yeah.
We should probably get it up and running as we go into port then. Nearby the shipping
Okay.
warehouse area. And of course our papers are ready. I go into Helen's office to hand the papers.
Yes.
Here are our papers.
Okay. How does that go?
Papers.
Which part? The
They're showing the papers to the Imperial guards
only if they
there.
ask.
Someone's gonna ask.
Oh, they do ask.
How does that go?
I mean, we've done it before because I know where the papers are. It's
It
the
goes
top right
fine.
drawer. What?
It goes fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
They're not at all suspicious.
It goes fine.
Not at all.
It also helps that we give them a sample.
Oh, okay.
Of
That
happy
always
dads.
helps smooth things over.
Yes.
It smooths things over even with their face at the floor.
Definitely. It makes it a lot smoother.
Don't need
It's
to
almost
know.
certain that they will completely forget your entire existence.
That was the one I was supposed to give him, right? I was supposed to give him the undrinkable, right?
We got rid of all the undrinkable.
Not all of it. We just kept sending
That's what's cute.
no Cedrics allowed.
Yeah, so technically I
No
can't.
Cedrics.
Yeah.
I stood outside the tavern.
Actually, wait, if
Alright.
you're in charge, couldn't you repeal that?
No.
I could, but then hell would kill me.
Besides,
That's,
the tavern's kind of under Jesse's charge, so if Jesse says no Cedrics allowed, it's no Cedrics allowed.
Yeah, I think it'd be I think
Get
Helen
multiple
and Jezebel would be competing as to who kills me first.
Anyway, so
Who's closer, your daughter or Diva's sister?
Oh,
I'm going to go. So I don't know where Dio's sister is.
Yeah,
We're in the poor part of town. So my daughter's not near here.
His sister is in the poor part of town.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Sorry, yeah, you're-
So obviously Devo is going with you,
yes.
obviously.
Yes, we don't know where to go.
and Catherine will volunteer to accompany you as well.
Why don't we just go from one end to the other? Like, just make quick stop-offs.
Sure.
You don't really need tearful reunions with your sister.
What?
What?
Like, we don't need to make we can just go and be like, medicine, and then go to the next person.
Yeah, I thought that's the plan unless something happens.
Okay, so we go.
Okay. And what do you do about Jason?
Jason. Does he still want to stay on the ship? I thought he wants to.
I thought he would want to get off. And,
Yeah. Jason,
But
what's your plan now?
I don't know. What are you guys doing?
We have some errands to take care of right now before we get focused on our main task of getting rid of the Hollow Ring.
Any chance of running into them in the streets?
Yeah,
That's likely.
not likely, but it's possible.
Possible.
the possibilities, though.
Then
Considering
I,
if Oliver was going to
then I
Yeah,
better follow you.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So he too will go
So
on with
if
you.
I'm counting correctly, we have a party of 8.
Yes.
Why are you following us, Catherine? You're bored.
What else am I going to do?
Besides, you need to do the whole, fake turn me in thing eventually.
Oh yeah, don't you? Yeah, I guess this does help with the cover and the story.
Yeah.
And her, hunting people down skills may be handy.
True.
And someone has to keep you in line if Helen isn't going to be here.
No.
I don't think that's how this works.
She can do perfectly fine.
Cough.
Yeah, I guess I can. I mean, you're not on alcohol right now, so it's a lot easier. Just smack you with it with a bottle.
Anyway, onward.
Devo, I guess, lead the way.
All right. Well, I've never been to this side of town, but I think if we go up that street, we should be able to get to the hospital from there.
What's the name of the hospital?
I don't know. What's a good name for the hospital?
Our mother.
Our Lady of Imperial Mercy. What?
Okay.
I like it. I need to write that down.
Generic.
Yes. Let's get some more solid
Radio
directions.
Yeah, so just literally I just go up to some random guy. Looking for Our Lady of Imperial Mercy Hospital?
One of the dock workers who's currently carrying a large box around stops. Yeah, if you go up that road there and take a left, and then you should go straight along Wilson Avenue. Take it right to it.
Cheers, and I flip my Helio.
whole Helio?
Or,
He's
some
carrying
unit
a
of money.
box.
A sub Helio?
His hands are currently full.
I
you
go
really flip
I
it
go
across
over
the
I
board?
go
I
over
flip it so that it's in his,
I go over,
That's
pick it
nice.
up, and then I put it in his pocket and walk.
Sure.
Okay.
It sounds perfectly accurate.
You just whisper in his ear,
Sorry. Thank you.
No
And he
problem. I mean,
goes on his way.
okay, well, now we have directions. Let's go.
okay. So we go to where he said.
Mm-hmm.
The map of the city appears and red dots start going.
Yes.
Yes. So you head down the street. Barb, this is kind of your neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
What's the city look like from here?
Well, the city, it's pretty much a lot of gray colors, not really more rich and neutral in color, but there's still a bit of hints in color all around. It's a paved road, so there's bricks, or a brick paved road, but it looks in pretty disrepair. There are a lot of potholes and such, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of water retention there, which is pretty good, I guess. and like water retention, meaning that the streets are also really so poorly damaged that there's like literally puddles everywhere. It isn't like that. It's more or less dry. And like you do see alleys where like you do see some like sort of trash pile up, but there aren't too many. So it is like a fairly, I guess, not too terrible poor part, but it is like a poor part as evidently seen. Like there are a few shops there are a few places in town where it's just sort of like, I guess, like little shops, but there aren't really a lot really evident.
Okay. Though there aren't too many people on the streets at this point. Actually, what time of day
I
would
would
it be?
assume like, I don't
What
know,
do we say?
morning, like 10.
Okay, late morning.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the streets are occupied, but it's not super busy. You can get through pretty easy. It's not a large crowd. Every once in a while, there is an Imperial guard. You can see by the bright red cloak a mile away.
Yeah.
Like a beacon.
I mean, that's the idea, that you know that they're there.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially amongst the moot coloring. Or the muted.
Right.
I mean.
Right. Yeah. Most people's clothing is comparatively dull, and they don't really bother you or anything. No one recognizes you or says anything. I assume you do somewhat your best to walk on the opposite side of the street at the very least. You know.
Trying to draw attention to ourselves.
Right.
Normally.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. If they wave, we wave back.
It's no fun not drawing attention to ourselves.
You don't have to try to.
Matt can't help but turn heads with his flashy-looking leg.
Oh, he's coming along as well.
What?
Matt was coming.
Didn't I say that?
No.
No.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Matt's coming along as well. He's followed behind us.
Yeah.
Creaking. Matt. But really.
I'd assume that he'd be wearing pants long enough to at least cover most of it.
Yeah, I decided to do that.
His pants got torn up when they took off.
We have, like, more clothes on board.
Yeah.
There were no pants that fit the metal.
We can make pants, Jezebel.
He's got one leg.
I mean, you're talking to Mr. Fashionable over here.
Well, you didn't think of it, so he doesn't have pants that cover his
Robotic leg.
Robo leg.
He just has like one
But
leg
he
in
will.
pants.
He insists on coming along as a priest and a healer in case he's needed.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And-
now fast forward back to where we were.
Devo appreciates the gesture. If they are too late, he would like someone to say the rites. So yes, I suppose that brings up the total to 9.
Yes.
Anyway.
Though only 8 combatants, as Matt is a pacifist.
Well, 7. He doesn't fight.
He contributes.
He's right.
You do contribute. You don't.
Grenade.
Not melee.
Yes.
Okay.
I can take cover. Yeah, apparently it's the only skill that only I have.
That counts as a combat action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, anyone can do it, but... Alright, so do we get to the hospital, or...
Yes, you get to the hospital.
Hey, Devo, what's your sister's name?
Lily.
No,
Or Lizzie.
Lizzie.
Lizzie. I made that mistake.
I think Devo should be the one to talk to the receptionist since, it is his sister.
So you want to let them know that this is his brother, her brother?
Oh, we don't want him to know that. Okay.
Do we?
Do we?
Um,
That's the thing.
why was that a problem?
I don't think Devo's really well known yet. I think
I mean, do you normally have access to her?
I
Yeah.
haven't had trouble before.
Okay,
You're
go
a
for
party
it.
of 8? Well, 9 total.
Well, I
including yourself.
Go
I
for
don't
it.
know. I've always been alone beforehand.
Anyways,
I think it's best if you talk to the receptionist, since it is your sister.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. So he goes up and talks to the receptionist and says, "Hey, this is my sister." She checks some sheets and jots it down, and looks up at like the line of people standing behind him, and he and they're all with me. Okay. Writes some more things down and waves them through.
Tell her real name, Steady.
You just said they're all with me.
Yeah, he didn't say
small
anything.
family. We all look alike.
We'll all be one big happy family.
Extended family. Yes. So eventually he goes down the hall to a room. Someone tell me what the hospital is like.
It's a charity hospital, so
Yeah.
it's not. So imagine it's a charity hospital. So
And it's medium sized.
yeah, medium sized. Obviously not like you don't see a lot of automatons running about.
Not really state of the art, but definitely
No.
not like run down.
Yeah. So it's well kept and well managed. It's just if they had more money, they could put to very good use. But they're doing the best they can with sort of the
Because I
Decent
run monthly
budget.
donations
Yes.
and state funded, etc.
The sisters keep it clean.
Yes.
Okay. I should mention here, automatons are not a thing in this universe.
Sorry.
At this moment. Edward might know a little bit about this, but it's kind of a rising technology to make.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Edward can make some of them, but they wouldn't be like stuff you would find randomly on the street.
Yeah.
So nurses are going back. Like there
Yeah.
are a lot of nurses and a few
Yeah.
doctors.
So
the
everybody
nurse doctor
here
race.
is flesh and blood.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's what we said to be honest.
As far as we know.
Bum bum bum.
Tom.
Well, seeing how Matthew is technically not all flesh and blood.
Anyhow.
Yeah, I mean that's the most extent of
He's a
it. But
cyborg.
it's more the intelligence side that's the real difficulty there.
So
Anyway.
Okay, so you eventually
We get to her room.
get to a room, and
Wait, how many people are in this room? Just her, or is there another person inside this room? The door. Let's see.
yeah, it's just her.
Okay.
There's a whole special ward for
The plots.
the plots disease, and each person has an individual
Okay.
room, just to try to keep contamination down. Someone wants to either make a medicine or like a general knowledge or something roll.
All right.
I'm sure what you know about this type of thing.
Would that be interesting?
I got one success, so I know a little bit of what's going on.
Nope.
General knowledge is wit.
I don't have a general knowledge,
Just
but I have
Then just roll
streetwise.
wit.
Yeah.
Streetwise, I can roll. I don't-
Borrow a
What
die.
choice?
Jezebel doesn't know jack
About this.
about this. I mean,
Yay! One success. Or
So of
Okay.
course he knows more.
Awesome.
wait, 4
Well, he's
successes.
the doctor here.
Here,
Yeah.
out of
Yes.
medicine.
Yeah. So
And the most wit.
totally makes sense.
I have empathy. Okay, I talk to people.
All right. So while it's still not known how the disease is exactly contracted or spread, there have been some reports that multiple people with the disease together will affect each other and cause it to get
More sick.
worse. Yeah, they will interact in some strange way. Although that's not been
Proven.
completely proven, verified for sure, but some people have insisted that that's happened. And so as a precautionary measure, they're kept as separate from everyone else and themselves as possible.
So should we take some precautionary measures then? Well, wait. What
Are
are
there any non-precautionary measures?
Barb wouldn't because I mean, she was around her mother a lot, so she pretty much thinks, yeah, I probably either have an
It doesn't look like the
immunity
nurses around here are wearing face masks or whatnot.
No, there's nothing like that. And standard procedure is to avoid touching the person
Obviously.
at all.
Gloves. Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's really the extent of it.
How did you deliver the medicine?
We get it to
Is
her.
that an
In a shot.
injection? Yeah, it's a shot.
Okay. Lovely. Well. Diva.
Okay. Entering the room, it's relatively small. As these, you can see kind of a retrofitted wall dividing what was a larger room into smaller portions. And she's there on a bed, very small, frail girl, with dark hair, really pale skin, like she's lost all color, but still very bright eyes. And she's turns her head to see you all file in, and speaks extremely softly and almost a whisper and says, "Oh, hello. This is a lot of visitors."
And I try and let's look at the medical chart that they have at the end of the bed.
And I go and talk to her and go, "It's been a while, Lizzie."
Barb!
And I go over and hug her.
She hugs you.
Edward, no contact.
Screw you!
All right, we have limited doses of medicine. If you get POTS, just have to throw you overboard.
She hugs you very, very, very weakly but enthusiastically. Barely leaning up out of the bed, but able to get her arms around you.
There's now a no-touch zone around bars.
Yeah, no.
She goes,
Touching quarantined people is a bad idea.
Well, considering she had a mother who had it for
Yeah.
several years.
We all just go.
As Lizzie lays down, she goes, "No, she'll be fine. She's hugged me before, and she's not sick yet." And
Anyways.
Devo will also give her a hug as he pulls away. Notes to you, it's like, yeah.
We've dealt with people with this stuff.
Yeah,
He just kind of looks at you like you're an idiot, and then goes back to reading the medical charts.
Okay. Devo and Lizzie will get in close and kind of converse a little really softly. If anyone really wants to lean in and listen, they can do so. The charts tell you that she's been doing about as well as anyone can. It doesn't seem to have advanced any farther. It seems to be holding steady, if you want to call it that.
And she's still at stage 1.
Yeah, so essentially still at stage 1, if you will. Any listed symptoms are what you can kind of see, just weakness and failing of the slow failure of various organs and such. So it's clear that she's dying, but it's fairly slow.
Alright. I take out a syringe and fill it with the serum, whatever you call it.
Okay.
And I inject it.
You just walk up to her and
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I walk up and I
Just
say, this
fine.
is going to hurt, and then I...
Okay.
Barb would want to be listening into their conversation, but I'm pretty much sure that they would allow her in.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
And it's basically catching
Well,
up.
it's catching up.
Yeah, Devo kind of gives a short rundown of what he's been up to, leaving out any important details, but giving an idea of where he's been.
And who everyone is.
And as you're approaching with this, he says, "So, we think we've found something that might help. Don't tell any of the doctors here, but we've been through a lot to get this, and I think it's your best shot.
Other than an angel visit you in the night, and you're going told you would have a miraculous recovery. They'll eat that up.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
And Matthew just...
She's like, okay. I
Well,
guess.
let's see if this works.
Have you injected her already?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. She didn't even feel it or flinch or anything.
Okay.
Didn't affect her at all.
By the way, Edward is wearing gloves.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Although her arms are exposed, so if you're going like for the shoulder,
Yeah.
you don't have to touch her to
I mean,
use
you
the
still
needle.
have to hold it steady and all that. You're not just going to be like,
Aim.
Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed.
Just throw it like a
Third
dart.
time's a
and
I mean, she is not moving. She's very still. But sure. Okay. She goes, okay. Thank you, Devo. I'll pray that it works. He says, me too, Lizzie. Do you feel any different?
wouldn't work this fast.
Well, I don't know that.
Well, we don't
No,
know.
Edward is saying this in character to Devo.
Yeah, that's what Devo says.
Oh. He goes, I would-
I don't know what it's gonna do.
That's why I told you.
Okay, sorry.
Anyways.
It's fine, Devo. And no, I'm not feeling any different yet.
I assume it'll take some time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it comes on very slowly anyways, so I would imagine it would leave the same.
I mean, you should start seeing signs of improvement in a few days. Like, you shouldn't be cured or anything, but you should start, like, getting positive indicators. Like, the stuff should start to reverse itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you just injured her, so.
That said, there's no guarantee that you're not going to have some long-term damage.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it won't get worse.
Yeah, I mean, like, it should help, but we'll see.
Anyways, we do have another person to visit, don't we?
Oh, yeah. You should go if you have things to take care of. I don't want to. Me too. Matt will kind of go over and also have examined the chart after you, Edward, and kind of go over to her quietly and says, "If it is all right with you, I would like to say a prayer with you." She says, "Okay," and he kneels down and they softly say a small prayer, and Diva will join in as well. Both Catherine and Jason are farther back than even you guys are, just kind of standing there and looking onward.
It's like,
Edward will join in.
Step back, prayerful posture.
Edward will join in.
You'll join in? And anyone else?
I'm stepping
Edward's
back.
doing it, I guess.
I'm stepping back into the background.
Jesse goes
Barb
for it.
Barb? Okay. Okay, so, yeah, Matt will lead you all in a small prayer, at which point he...
Isabel would just be like, why did
Oh, wait. Click. Soft music begins to play.
Great use of the leg.
He's got the perfect song for that.
Wait.
But he hits the wrong one first.
No.
Oh, no, wait.
That's pretty much Jesus music.
After a little bit of fiddling, he gets it down. It's a nice, soft, soothing tone.
Wait a minute, I've got a leg for that.
Edward did not install death metal.
Yeah, but if he pushes a combination that you hadn't planned on, weird things are gonna happen.
believe Edward installed a song for every conceivable combination.
Yeah,
It
120
starts-
songs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would think that they'd
Okay.
start combining songs.
No screamo death metal. All right. Yes. He gets the soft music playing. You guys go through a prayer. And then he gets up and heads for the door. And Devo kind of nods and says goodbye. He'll be back soon. And so I guess that's it.
I mean, I'm feeling we'll at least be here for at least another day.
I mean, could he stay with his sister while we go check
do you
on?
want to?
I don't want to leave Barb alone, but I don't know if I'd be very useful to you guys elsewhere.
You know where our ship is.
Yeah.
And we'll be back before we leave. Definitely.
All right.
Hand him a rainbow smoke signal and say, if something goes wrong, you.
You know how to use this.
Oh.
Try not to
Please.
get locked in a windowless room.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yes, all those things. But yes, if you need
Okay.
us, you'll know how to find us.
Yeah.
Well, we'll know how to
Well,
find you.
Thank you.
Also, if you think that you're going to get taken, just swallow a cyanide pill or something. Do like
No,
a whole
don't.
spy act.
Don't
Don't
swallow
do
a
that.
cyanide pill. Don't listen. Bad.
Don't listen to Edward.
Cyanide bad.
I don't have a cyanide pill anyways, so.
Edward Anthony.
It's like, here's one. You can actually attach it to your tooth. So you just bite down and you're dead.
It's a steam cyanide pill.
Everything's
dear.
better with steam.
It kills itself.
And disinfects.
It kills itself and leaves only the fresh taste of oranges.
Cyanide.
Can I get one of those without the cyanide?
Citrus.
Anyways, tasty. Your daughter, Edward?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you?
Okay. I'll be here then.
Yes. We'll know where to find you. You know where to find us. And if there's trouble, you know how to contact us.
Take care, Barb.
Don't worry, Devo, I will. And we'll definitely be back.
All right. He smiles.
I hug Devo before I leave.
Okay.
You didn't kiss him.
So
He
adorable.
hugs you back. And
Considering your response just the one step.
he will like almost go in for a kiss and then
I
decide against
Peck
it.
him on the cheek.
Like, he's like,
If he's going in for a kiss and then just seems like he's going, Edward will bump him.
just,
Okay, so he kind of falls into Barb lips first.
He falls into your face.
Aw, that's
Your cleavage,
adorable.
depending on how tall he is.
I think he's a little bit taller than her.
Yeah, he's a
Okay. Then he
I
falls
just
into
heard
your
it.
face.
I say
Yeah.
to Catherine, I learned that from a romantic comedy.
She just turns back. What's a romantic comedy?
She doesn't get out much, does she?
Oh, I love those novels. Anyways, what do you do with that?
I suppose that she would catch him and then.
With your face. Did you catch him with your face? Because then it's still a kiss.
Yeah, I suppose she would, but she can also help him not fall over onto.
Okay. He then gets up
Then
and
sort
turns
of
visibly
goes-
red
yeah,
and goes
it's
over to
both
sit
sort of a
down by
blush, and then
by
Your
Lizzie.
sister's like.
She softly giggles.
I like the sister.
Okay. Edward?
Right. To the nice part of town.
Okay. I knew somebody was gonna do that. Okay, so as you head kind of inward, because that's where
The nice part is.
the nice part is, yeah. Essentially. The population slowly gets more dense. There's more people on the street, and either coincidentally or as a natural consequence, take your pick, there are also more Imperial guards around.
Lovely. Is there a way off the beaten path, Edward?
Probably.
Why?
Guards?
Can I roll streetwise?
What's the issue with
Sure.
guards?
What are you trying to do?
Like, to definitively know that there's an off-beaten path.
Why are we even afraid of the guards?
Because you're wanted
criminals?
pirates?
Do they know what our faces look like?
Some might.
They have no
I
idea.
only got one success, so yeah, I there may be a few class. You could then.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can roll Streetwise 2 to figure this out, or I could
Yeah,
be
you
like,
have
we
a
could
higher-
BS our way through it.
You have a higher
More.
presence than me, so yeah, your roll might be better.
Yeah, that's me, that's I need. I'm rolling Streetwise, I'm not gonna bullshit my way through this. Jesse can bullshit through
Okay.
it. No, I'll roll Streetwise to figure out if there's a path. 2. Hold on. 3. 3.
So yeah, you know more.
Jesse got around.
Yeah.
Take that how you will.
Nose hurt.
You know what you mean. Alright. Yeah, so with Edward kind of guiding the general
Oops, sorry.
direction, both Barbara and Jezebel offer some alternative paths through some less busy streets.
Mine involves climbing on rooftops, but I don't think you want to go that way.
I don't think everyone can keep up quite the same.
Matthew can't keep up. I'm very sure.
Sure.
So,
No.
We go Jezebel's route, following Edward's.
Neither can
general-
really any of the
I see
older
you're starting
folk.
to climb down. You're like, I ain't doing that.
I think Jason is probably the only one who could go on par with you,
On par,
at least for a long period of time.
so that's a good point. Are there any bounty boards or anything that we see on the way there?
Can we, like, Assassin's Creed style, just rip down the wanted poster and become anonymous?
You want there to be?
No.
Yeah,
Okay. You pass by a bulletin board.
I check and see if there are any wanted posters or anything of that sort.
Of us.
Of people that we recognize.
From Devo.
There is still Devo's
We ripped that one off.
alias.
No. No.
No, I guess there wouldn't be. No, because they all
yeah.
suspect he's dead.
Don't rip any of them off. If anyone tries to rip them off, Edward will
That's like
physically
a
try
red
and stop
flag.
them.
That is a giant red flag if we
You
try to
gotta-
rip one off.
Anyway, so I checked. Is there any wanted posters or anything of that sort?
I tripped.
Yes, there are.
Of who?
Go into here.
Probably at this point, Helen, for sure,
Yeah.
and Cedric,
Of course.
and certainly Jezebel.
Not me though.
Not you.
Not me.
Okay.
How about-
Well, first off, I'm going to doodle a mustache on Cedric.
I have an actor's kit, so
Well, if they catch me doing that, their first thought is not going to be, aha, pirate crew has come. It's going to be like,
Hey, Vandal!
I feel like this is the sort of crime that they're not going to like get too many.
I feel like
And
this
we're
is the
going
sort
to-
of crime that could be like, alright, we need to find the 12-year-old who did this. A grown man.
And we also need to put some other features on Jezebel's poster as well.
no, I have an actor's kit. I can disguise
Jezebel is going
myself.
to get sparkles.
Those sparkles on the board.
No, like
Anyways,
physically
is there
drawn
no,
sparkles.
since
Also
They'll
a
just, like,
mustache. Then
pour some
nobody would
glue on
recognize
it and
it.
then just throw glitter at it. And
so since
And we're also going to put one of those the glasses with the
sparkles.
nose on it too.
since three of us have pictures on, well, two of us in this current party have pictures on this board, let's avoid the main streets.
I know the way, guys.
You could also, well,
Yeah, the not fun way.
I mean, you guys could also just like go and hide for a
Fun
bit.
way.
You also have a disguise skill. You could
Yeah, I have.
make some use of that.
Wait, do I?
Somebody does something.
I have.
She
I
has
have act. I have act and bull, and then seduction
I have
and fashion
both.
and an
I have
actor's
both.
kit. So I can actually.
I have
Yeah.
both.
also have both.
I
tried
have
both.
We can all bullshit our way out of things, okay?
For real,
Maybe.
that's Jezebel's job. She's just like,
Yeah, I got
I'm
two.
not that woman. She like pulls her
I got-
corset up. She's
I
like,
got
I'm not
three.
that woman.
Anyway.
Okay, so we'll go with based on your acting.
For
Um,
Robber.
You
Robber, not Robert.
okay? You guys can use either acting or fashion to put together some
Disguise.
simple disguises.
You have the list of like
No,
items.
it's not worth
Automatic
it for.
success.
Oh yeah.
Fashion.
One success. Okay.
Yeah.
You have
Oh
fashion?
yeah, I can auto success too because it's just 3 dice. I can auto success off my presence
Well,
alone.
no. Oh yeah, but you
And
And then I
also
can.
roll.
So what are
Well, I
those
also
based
have
off
act,
of?
so I have 1 auto success.
What are those based off of?
Well, you don't have to
Presents?
do it.
Oh, I don't.
No, there isn't a poster sign of Robert.
Oh, there isn't? Oh.
Just Jezzy.
Just
And
Jezebel,
Jezebel and
Cedric,
Cedric.
and
I'm missing a
Helen.
few things, sorry.
So unless someone is like helping someone else create a disguise.
So look,
I mean, I could roll to help you. Because I know you want Robert
Anyways, we should
fashion
deal with this
sense.
later and not try and disguise ourselves in the middle of the streets.
Oh, we're in an alley now.
Oh no, it's my face! I gotta make a disguise.
I'm just getting the rolls for now. We'll deal with what they actually do. Are you turning in 3 dice for 1 success?
Yeah.
In the
'Cause I mean,
absence.
I would roll 5, and then I have an actor's kit, which I think is
Okay. What about the remaining?
I think
Dice.
the kids just
Two,
impose
I didn't-
penalties. Like they make it so you don't take black die.
Yeah. That is what it does. I didn't get another success sadly.
Okay, so just 1 success apiece. All right. So with that in mind, describe when and how you assemble a simple disguise that will at least make you not immediately recognizable.
Dude, borrow Robert's hat. Robert, we need to borrow the hat. No, he's going to borrow it.
Oh.
Please, if I wore that thing.
Yeah, then that draws it into yourself. You know that I hate wearing hats. If you guys say any word of this to hell. Actually, I don't. Should probably do nothing.
Out of character, this is funny because he has a computer case on his head.
I was just about to say the same. The computer case is currently the hat.
Yes.
Anyway, before we do that,
So you borrow Robert's hat.
Yes.
kind of,
Almost
shade his
makes me
face nice.
Cringe
Don't
But
worry,
I
Robert, he doesn't
realize-
have fleas.
for the good of
Any?
the crew.
Yeah. You have something in your actual kit that can give me a little more.
Yes.
Put on
Pulls
a
out a
mustache.
fake mustache.
I was talking about like.
Actually, that would be counterproductive as
Oh, he drew the mustache.
Edward just drew a
Out of his
mustache.
beard. Like a hacked beard.
No, like maybe some.
Too late. You have a fake beard.
This is scratchy. This is why I hate facial hair.
It is incredibly scratchy. All right,
And of course, change up
and
the color of my trademark blue coat for something different, like green.
where do you grab a green coat?
I mean, Jesse wears green, but it'd be weird to have them drag Jesse's in this like some giant
I
coat.
don't
And he's like,
think it's gonna fit quite the same.
He's like, why is it tight in these places?
Wait. Where'd my die go? Oh.
Nobody knows.
Nope.
Like Quinn's foot.
Anyway,
Answer?
you turn it inside out.
No. That's really awkward and obvious. That's a good question. Checking my closet.
Well,
in your
Pretty
closet.
sure I have.
You don't have your closet.
You're in the middle of the street.
I
Trade jackets with Rover. Just trade entire clothes. We're in an alley. Just trade it all.
Well, you could swipe it off someone, or ask Barb to swipe it off someone. She's good at
Because you can swipe a
pickpocketing.
coat off of somebody.
Hey, wait a minute. Isn't there a store here that I can just buy
Or
clothes?
you can go buy something. Sure. Haven't you seen Sherlock Holmes? He just
Yeah.
walks through the carnival and just grabs.
That is true.
Burn
But
Light,
Yeah.
you said like
assembles
off
a
of someone,
disguise
and I was
on the
like,
roof.
I mean, I could go do that right now. Do you want me to?
Maybe not while they're wearing it, but if they have
What, going to a store?
No! Go around like to places where people are just chilling and distracted. And I
Sure,
can
Barb,
just-
go ahead and roll. See what you can grab.
Would that be pickpocket?
Yes.
Okay, so
Except in this
six
case, you're trying to
die.
take the actual pockets.
Pick clothes.
That's one success. That, 3. 3 success.
Lovely.
3. Okay.
So
What do you grab?
I just pretty much go walking around, like, see some open cafes, like an open market, and I see people just talking. Some people have their coats, like, over, like, barrels, and they're just on the other side, just sort of talking
set
to
aside, yeah.
And I just sort of grab the coat, and I see somebody's glasses on the side, I just grab those.
You grab their glasses?
Like, they're just, like, a pair of either, like, shades or something.
I don't think sunglasses
Or whatever.
invented yet.
Spectacles.
We'll stretch
Pair of
and
steam goggles.
Yeah, very Steve goggles, and I just like, and I
Benjamin
also
Franklin
see,
hasn't been born yet, so there's
and I also
eyeglasses.
see like
But
somebody
whatever.
has like a bow sitting out on one of the tables. I just grab that, and I just
Someone has
walk.
a bow.
Like a bow?
No,
Or
like a bow, like hair.
hair bow.
Oh.
Hair ribbon.
Why do we need a hair ribbon?
And then I come back
She's
and I
also
hand.
grabbing articles for Jezebel.
Yeah.
True.
Jezebel's like buttoning up her shirt more, like trying to look like more conservative, like actually pulls her sleeves down. She's like,
And
there's too much clothes right now.
Pains both you and me right now.
and I come back and I present them with my wares.
Lovely.
Hand me the goggles. You got a hat.
And I
Yeah.
give you the
Like,
the bow, and I hand Cedric the jacket.
Honestly, I would have just punched one of you really hard in the face. So everyone would have noticed the black eye and not what your face looked like.
I was wondering if someone would do that.
you punched him in the face. You're not gonna punch Jezzy in the face.
do you? I mean, you can bring it up in
Everyone
character.
says that. Honestly, I would have just punched one of you in the face and they noticed the
do you
mark
want me
instead
to?
of the.
You could punch him in the face.
No!
But don't you dare
I like
punch
my
me.
face.
It actually works better with women. They get all outraged over the fact someone hit them and go off in that direction instead. Whereas with Cedric, would just be like, oh, another bar fight again?
That is true.
Catherine will chime in and say, "This is true." Although I have to say, the beard is an improvement for you.
Hey, you only had it once.
Yeah, you can punch me in the face, you're never gonna have it again.
So,
Hell,
which side would
that's
you
what you
like
want.
it?
Save him. Anyways,
Punch you every day.
So, Jezebel, which side would you want
I
it?
don't know what we're doing
Barb?
right now, but it's certainly not
I
getting us
won't
any
do it
closer
with
to
any
our-
knuckles
yes,
on.
let's get closer to your daughter now.
No.
Phrase
Go
that
meet
differently,
someone.
please.
Let's get closer to.
Let's go to the
your
hospital.
daughter. Let's go to your daughter.
We want her to like us, Cedric.
What?
Well, actually, I don't care if she likes you. I want her to like me. Stop it.
We have to go kill her before she starts liking anyone.
Let's go.
To the hospital.
To the hospital.
I'll explain you later.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So, your new disguise is in place. You continue the journey, occasionally taking a back alley or a side route, which is not the fastest way. But you make your way across the city. Remember, this is a very big town, so it's going to take a couple more hours to get there. Do you stop for lunch?
Please.
Yes,
Why? My word is against this idea.
Because
food?
you're hungry?
because food.
Yes. We can eat afterwards.
How much longer is it?
Don't know, don't really care.
Let's
We
just
can
go on,
without
guys.
lunch. Don't think that's gonna be too much of a
We
black
we
bag.
all ate a good bacon-filled breakfast,
Of course.
so we're all good for this long.
Okay,
You're
but
going to regret
Eat
this
in the
later.
hospital lobby or something.
true. But let's just hurry. Let's hurry then. Hurry.
Okay.
Are there open fruit stalls nearby?
Let's just hurry.
Are we in the commercial part of town or like the upper
Oh, that's
class?
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably not anymore as you've gotten into the
So I was
the
gonna
richer
be like,
neighborhoods.
flip the guy a Helios and grab a piece of fruit. And keep walking.
That would be grossly overpaying him.
Yes.
Whatever.
What are the subunits of Helios?
They come into like cents.
Just they're broken down to hundreds.
So it's
Cents.
Cents,
Yeah.
Okay. So, do we arrive at the hospital? Are we ambushed by...
The hollow ring?
Oh yeah, the ambush.
I forgot about that.
Oh, but remember when I said that automatons were not yet a thing?
Yeah.
Except for the evil ones.
They're in the experimental stage.
They're all over this hospital, aren't they?
They
No.
come at us as assassins.
There's must be some sort of a field test because as you get into the nicer neighborhoods, you notice in addition to the standard Imperial guards, there are now large, clunky, robotic things. That if you think of a Victorian era version of Iron Man Mark 1, right? How that was a very scrap put together kind of deal. That's what these look like.
Lovely.
They stand about 8 feet tall, made of a combination of iron and brass. They've got pistons moving and steam-powered bits linking them down. So rather slow and clunky, but clearly moving and menacing looking.
Edward goes up to one to examine it more closely.
Isabel, I want
I
to
go
give
up to
ourselves
one just to
scores.
look at it and go, whoa.
Things can finally knock them out of any production.
As we disappear.
I kind of want to climb
Actually,
it.
make a engineering
Can I climb it?
check.
I would advise against that.
Yes.
Downward.
There's another standard Imperial guard
Okay.
standing along
Okay,
with
then
it.
I won't climb it.
I think it's dark. Can we shut the curtains? Thank you.
Are we shutting the curtain?
4 successes.
4
Four
successes?
successes with them closed?
What?
Anyway.
Examining it, you look and see some of the finer elements.
Curtains usually for sun.
It's well armored around the
Oh, you
outside.
don't want to, like,
So it seems to be designed to withstand, combat. It's not all just exposed parts. It's got some armor plating. The craftsmanship looks really familiar, and if you go way back, it reminds you of your old employer, MacArthur.
That the guy I killed?
That's the guy you
Yes.
said.
Yeah.
No, you didn't kill him. You
You
framed
killed-
him for murder.
Was he killed or was he just thrown in jail?
Thrown in jail.
Thrown in jail.
Okay.
now he wants you dead.
Well, if he does, he obviously hasn't programmed a kill routine into these things yet.
That's what you know.
It hasn't attacked me yet, so...
Yeah. Did you stop, or are you kind of like walking along?
Edward just stops and goes up to it.
I know. Eyes just sort of stop and just stare up.
Like, Edward does not make any secret or hide at all that he's, like, checking out the robot.
Okay, but you go up like to the front, like so it would have to stop walking.
Oh, I thought it
it's
was standing
walking?
guard.
Yeah, I thought it was standing guard too.
Yeah, I thought it was standing.
No, they're patrolling and moving
In
around.
that case, Edward will go to the side of it and, like, walk alongside while looking at it.
Okay, that's what I had kind of thought. After a while, the
Barb kind of would.
Imperial guard, who's on the other side, look around, says, "Can I help you, sir?"
Oh, this is just... I work in a machine shop, you see, and this is a fascinating piece of craftsmanship.
Oh, yes, indeed. They are brand new this week.
Really?
Yes.
You know who made them?
MacArthur Manufacturing. A gift to the Empire.
Yes, indeed. Hail to the Emperor. Like, he makes the proper sign.
He returns the salute.
Yeah, and the Emperor goes off on his...
Okay, they continue their patrol.
So guys, remember that list of places I wanted to loot? I just found a new one!
I'm pretty sure it was on the old one.
I think MacArthur, yeah.
I thought he was in prison, so...
He was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Not now. Remember, he
Just
hired
last
Catherine
year,
to go after you?
Oh. Okay, sure. Okay, so he was already... Alright, never mind. Alright, so, to the hospital.
Yes. To the hospital. Alright. What is this hospital like?
What is this hospital's name?
His Royal Highness's Collegiate Temple of Medicine.
Sure.
It's called the Temple for short.
Wait, what was the full name?
His Royal Highness Collegiate Temple of Medicine.
Just called the temple.
The Temple for short.
I was literally just like,
What's opposite of mine?
no, literally just like, what are things that monarchies call things?
Alright, yes. Her Royal Highness's matched luggage. Anyways. Alright, so what does it look like?
Well, it's a... Pardon?
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, basically. It's a grand, like, building.
It's the hospital for rich people.
In old-style architecture
And
with...
it has... Or you can carry on.
with, you know, multiple wings and a crap ton of rooms and, like, hustle and bustle and a nice little courtyard with a fountain, and everything's immaculately clean, and there are servants running about, and, you know, nurses and lots of doctors, a few nobles hanging about and chatting like this is a normal place instead of a hospital. Well, not a hospital, they're abnormal, but, you know, like, as if this wasn't a place for saving lives, but like a social thing.
Okay, yeah.
I imagine like a few sort of, I guess, like, not ribbons as much as like, I guess, sort of tapestries, like, you know, the generic, let me see if I can draw one, like the generic, like, sort of things hanging from the ceiling, just sort of like color everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
A lot more bright colors.
Yeah. Banners of crimson and the royal crest and all that. Okay. And how do you all approach it?
Front gate.
Okay. And from there?
I go up to the reception.
Right, and you just...
Can I wander off and
do you
just
say?
sort of look at everything? Go, whoa!
Everyone's just trying to keep you close. Who doesn't trust you in places full of rich people?
That is true.
Yeah, if you do start to move, or even Jason will say, "Hey, no, stay with the group."
Not here.
Right, so you,
Just go up to the reception, ask for my daughter.
okay?
Don't call her my daughter, but
Yes.
for
Yeah.
my name.
She asks for who you are.
I'm a relative.
Name.
Richard Babbage Duplain.
Okay, write that down. So, okay. And gives you a room number.
Go to the room.
Do you?
I said I go to the room. It's
You said it like a question.
Alright.
Okay.
I go to the room!
All right. Okay. I apologize if this is not how hospitals actually operate. Our purposes, close enough.
I mean, I don't think that, like, the specifics of how hard it is to get into a room are going to be like, this has to be absolutely this way.
Oh yeah. So we have to protect the sick people from evil pirates.
Sick people steal disease.
Yeah.
Actually, if you could find pirates who would steal disease from sick people, I think the hospital would hire them. You'll have no more disease left. You'll be completely healthy.
Now I can just imagine a pirate-themed hospital.
That'd be awesome. It's a children's hospital, right?
Yeah, we'd be stealing their diseases.
Okay. So, you head to her room, and similar to Our Lady of Imperial Mercy Hospital, there seems to be a separate wing for lost disease. And again, she has her own room. It's a little bit larger and much nicer looking than Lizzie's room. But otherwise, you go in. I assume you just head on in.
Sort of. He tells everyone else to wait outside.
I didn't know that we were allowed to come along.
I want to go in, but he told us to wait.
Well,
Do you
I mean,
say anything?
Edward, can I come with?
No.
Okay.
All right. So they wait outside,
There's a lot of things.
and
Sorry about that.
We're in the hospital now.
yep, he's just about to head in by himself.
He won't even let me go in.
I think two wanted criminals coming in with him is a bad idea.
You're already in the hospital. He's going into
He's
her
in his room
room.
alone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
All
I
right.
do think they can give us some listening devices then. This totally isn't suspicious at all.
Edward looks at you like, looking at this way. Whatever.
Okay.
Inside.
You go inside.
You don't understand. The issue isn't that I don't want you to see me. I'll explain later out of character. Okay, so.
So you go in, and she is there in bed. Appears to be asleep. And sitting in a chair next to her is your old pal Gavin, who used to work with you in the Imperial R&D, fellow engineer. Yes, this is the guy from the dream.
is this what?
But now he's also a real-life
Menu
colleague.
number one?
This is basically who you left her in care of when you went. So,
I thought he left you to care of his parents.
This is her godfather.
Yeah, I mean, it could totally be that he left them with his parents, but his parents aren't sciencey, and Gavin is.
he was your friend, so you had talked with him. So it's not like you're talking like, "Who are you? When are you doing it?" So
Yeah, no, that's fine.
we haven't gone over it as much in character. So work with me. He stands up to your approach. And goes, "Oh, Edward, good. Surprised to see you here.
Yeah.
I mean, not surprised to see you here, but I didn't
No, I
expect
get
you.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here because of this. And I hold up the little vial.
And what is that?
Well, if my analysis is correct, it might be a cure for stage 1 Pott's disease.
Really? That's amazing. Where did you find this?
Well, I, along with two other, a doctor and a priest really, helped develop it.
Doctor and a priest. All right. I leave it to you to put together the best team for the job. All right. Yeah, you can see she's asleep right now. Been pretty good. Overall, I just came in a while ago just to visit and check up on her, as our agreement, making sure she's taken care of. Since you're here, I'm gonna offer our thanks again for your contribution.
Yeah. I'm here with a few people though, so you know how it is. Anyway.
Oh, right.
So, don't have much time to talk. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and inject this, and I have a little extra if you want to try and see if you can't make it yourself.
Okay. Should I keep this on the down low, or take it to the Imperial labs and reproduce this? I mean, if this is the thing, we should get that out there, don't you think?
I mean, first I want you to make sure that it actually works. I mean, not.
Oh, you haven't tested it?
One girl who seemed to respond positively, but I don't have access to many patients.
Understandable. Okay. Well,
Actually,
I don't know. I mean, I know if you put your mind to something, you'll get it done. So I don't know what you've done already.
actually, it's rather fortunate you're here. I was a bit worried about having to put in medicine that's not completely tested, but I presume if I give it to you, you'd be willing to test it, and if it works, see that she gets it.
Okay. Oh, so you don't want to administer it now?
If I can test it on other people first, I'd rather.
Oh, yeah. I understand. Yeah. And anything for you. You got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take this back. We'll start to reproduce it as best we can. Get that going. I know of plenty of people who would be perfectly willing to take even the smallest chance, of recovery. But I totally understand your caution with your own daughter.
Yeah.
I'd do the same.
Yeah. Also, you start basically saying techno babble that is what he knows about the medicine.
Okay.
Pass along.
That's fine. Let me write this down.
Yeah.
Jot down some notes. Actually, you have some written notes on you. Did you bring those along?
Sure.
Okay. Did you want to share those with him? Do you give them to him, or
Let him
allow him copy them? Okay.
Yeah. Also, tell him, by the way, even in best case, I don't think this is going to work more than stage 1. So if it looks like she's going to stage 2, just immediately administer it.
Okay. I'll remember that. Thanks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He continues to jot down. This is interesting stuff here.
Yeah.
Not much of a biochemistry guy like you, but it's intriguing nonetheless. Miracles of modern science and all that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I hear that MacArthur is out.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, you've been away a long time. He's what's the story there? He got out, served his time. I'm surprised he's still alive. He's so old, but still brilliant. Restarted his business basically. It started with just the standard clocks and everything, but really I don't know what got into him, if it was what you did or or what, but it really stirred something in him, because he's been putting out some of the most amazing inventions, including the new mechanical guards. I'm sure you've seen them around. Yeah, just finished the full production on those last week.
He's been selling top-of-line weapons to mercenaries and sending assassins after people he doesn't like.
Yeah, he does that. There's a couple businesses that work that way, but usually it's to take out competition. So the Empire they turn a blind eye to that sort of thing. As long as we're getting the fruits of their labor, I suppose it's all for the cause, right?
I suppose.
And yeah, so if I understand it right, these units are sent on patrol, guard duty as a field test, and a slow introduction to the populace. So we don't want to upset anybody too bad. Not in our own country, of course.
How does their recognition mechanism work?
Oh, I honestly don't know. That's not in my department. I haven't gotten a chance to look at them myself, so I can't tell you anything particular how they work. Other than anything I've seen, they seem to be effective.
Have you seen them actually take people down?
Oh yeah, there was a couple upstarts. On the first day, some people were really upset. Your standard peasants, like, get rowdy on new imperial things and all of the oppression.
I don't know. But, yeah.
Right? But they come at it with their sticks and hardly a dent. But so it wasn't much of a threat, obviously. But they seem slow, but they move pretty effectively. Sometimes say so. If this experiment is successful, I guess they'll be sent off to the front lines. Air support provided by the first of the new dreadnought line.
Yeah, I've heard about those. Those ships are massive.
Oh yeah. Crazy expensive too. And it's a miracle that they got one all put together already. But
What I'm curious about is how they justify the expense of spending it on one dreadnought and not on like 30 other ships.
well, I think they're going for a sort of a fear tactic kind of thing with that one. That, yeah, being in 30 places at once might be more tactically powerful, but with the combined assault of the rather large mechanical soldiers, the hope is that any enemies aren't going to put up nearly as much resistance, at least at first, so a quick strike should be rather fruitful, if I understand it correctly. But yeah, they're working on more, but they take a while to put together.
Yeah. I remember I looked at something similar and there were some field tests, but not with the Iron Man, not the ship. The issue was they were too slow. When they tried to advance from one trench to the other, the enemy had such a long time to fire on them that we couldn't put thick enough armor on.
Yeah, these things not as quick as a spry young man, but they're much better than ones that's. It must be something about MacArthur's talented work, I suppose.
Well, at any rate. Whatever, just kind of runs out of things to say. Kind of makes the awkward line.
Yeah, no, I understand. Did you want to talk to her at all while you're here? I mean, she's cognizant. She's sleeping at the moment.
I do, but I shouldn't.
I understand. All right. He finishes up his papers and hands you back your copies. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks again, and don't worry about her. I'll see to it that she's taken care of, and we get this up and going as soon as we can.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
You too. Tell my parents I'm all right.
Oh, yeah. I'll do that next time I see him.
Yeah. Also, tell my brother Richard he was in town.
Tell Richard that he would. Oh, okay. Yep. Will do, Edward. Try to stay out of too much trouble.
I'll try.
The ship's full of expert troublemakers.
It's just the wrong shit.
So Edward will slip out of the room again.
Okay. Everyone is there waiting for you. Some of them pressed up closer to the door than is natural.
Oh, I move away when I hear the doorknob turn on the go.
Yep.
I wasn't.
Well, we hear the conversation ending, so we step back.
Okay.
We've used this art many times.
Sure. Yeah, so is he, so he recognizes it, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
no, the entire thing's like, you don't understand. The issue isn't that I, am afraid you're going to hear me talking to my daughter. The issue is I don't want my daughter to meet you.
Anyways, can we do this conversation not in the hospital?
Yeah,
Like, back on my ship?
or somewhere else.
Yes.
Catherine will comment, I can understand that. I wouldn't want my daughter to meet them either.
I want her to have a normal life.
Anyways, I don't like the
I didn't even
automatons.
get to
There are no automatons here.
The guards.
They're
Outside?
They're
No,
outside.
there's none in the hospital.
Yeah, I'm referencing them outside of it. Let's get away from us with this time.
I have something I kind of want to try. I want to see if I can get one of the automatons to accidentally fall in the river, and then we can salvage it, and I can take it apart.
How
There's
did
a
you
river?
manage to do this?
How would I manage to get it in the river?
Yes.
Out of control cart.
Out of control what?
Cart.
My cabbages!
Yes! Go get the cabbage cart!
Let's make this quick.
And let's try not to get in trouble.
Edward looks around, kind of surprised we're going along with one of his crazy schemes. Alright.
No, I mean, I don't mind having, if we have, mechanical crew members, we don't have to worry about funerals, which are very painful to go through.
Alright.
Very painful to anyone the coffin lands on.
That's it.
What I guess we do is we want it to go into the river, and then we take the ship down to where the river falls off the continent, and we try and fish it out as it goes over the side.
Okay.
What I'm surprised
should
by
we
is
guys-
that there's a river.
Why is that surprising?
Yeah.
Because we didn't draw one on the map.
But this is Sky
But-
London. It needs to have the Sky Thames.
Point taken.
Maybe the river doesn't go off continent. Maybe that's like one awkward river that just kind of loops around the entire continent.
So what I'm hearing is that we should probably split up a bit. Like, some of us go. to
And
the
you
ship and
guys,
get to
you
a
guys are
different
thinking
location.
that it'd fall off the continent and not sink to the bottom and stay there.
That's true. It's very doubtful
If
this
he
thing would float.
throws a Luftwaffe grenade into the cart that we crash into it such that the grenade explodes onto the thing when it sinks, so it kind of
So we don't
floats
even,
underwater.
So we don't even need to have it hit the river. If it just keeps going
Oh my
up.
goodness. He's rubbing off on you.
Wait. So no. We don't need to follow a river. All we need to do is just get it onto it, and it'll float up, right?
But then everyone would see it.
Yeah. Cloud cover?
Not
Not enough.
if
You know what? We
I.
can just steal the plans when we break in from what's his name, MacArthur.
That also works.
Yeah.
Problem?
It's fine.
Anyway,
Alright, so what are you doing now?
Back to the ship.
we all link arms and skip back to the ship, listening to follow the yellow brick road.
But
That's
first,
definitely going to draw attention.
Anyway, but yeah.
first
So
we
do we
s-
have anything to do besides going back to the ship and running
well,
our
first,
scams?
first we would have to stop by and pick up Devo, or see if Devo wants to come with us back to the ship for the night.
I think he's gonna.
Or
spend
I
the-
would
think
go
he's
alone
gonna
and do that. But
I think he's gonna. I thought that my understanding was that he was gonna stay with his sister, like
for the night.
For the night.
So the sister live in the hospital?
Yeah. But I mean, like, he knows where we parked our ship. Docked our ship.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about.
park search.
Okay.
Liabilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I say we bring him back for the night.
Okay, so we'll swing by Our Lady of Imperial Mercy.
Yeah.
Or I could do
Yeah.
that alone.
Or we could just all grab him because he's on the way.
Yeah.
Literally?
What?
Well, it's just more
Grab
or less.
him, drag him off.
No.
Okay.
Figures.
Because you
More-
totally would.
It's more or less I'd run in and say, hey, do you want to come back to the ship? We're just for the night, or for the night, and then come
We
back
might
and
move the
visit
ship.
tomorrow, or
Yeah. Hint that we might move the ship.
we might be moving the ship. So I'm just asking for tonight. I mean, I could come back here tomorrow and tell you where we moved the ship.
No, yeah. I think that'll be easier if I go back with you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Our merry band of 9.
So they hug and say goodbye. And
And I
he
wave back at Lizzie.
leaves with you again.
Okay, let's get back onto the ship and open up this tavern.
And you return to the ship. I guess it's mid-afternoon by now. Those of you who didn't eat any lunch, all of you, are now getting